What's up, y'all? This is William Mustafa, Artworks of William Mustafa. I am the Imagineer on Instagram, and I'm out in the city doing my street photography thing. It's Friday, so there should be a lot of activity going on, but I'm gonna try to walk and go different places that I haven't been. It's kind of hard when I've traveled all over the city already, but I'm using one of my most difficult lenses to use for street photography. Want to see it? The 85mm 1.5 classic unicorn Helios swirly bokeh vintage lens. This lens produces some beautiful, beautiful images, but it's very hard to use because the depth of field is just so thin. So a lot of people talk about this lens being difficult, heavy, but I'm going to show you how to capture some pretty cool street photography with this lens. So let's go. So this area is really close to like the most modern part of the city, but there's a lot of activity around here and it's a big roundabout. So I'm gonna try to capture some shots here just to see what I can get. Now real quick, I have a guy approaching and I wanna see if I can get him real quick. My camera wasn't set up. Street photography tip, probably have your shit set up before you get out of here. I don't know if I have enough film in the camera. You know, the first couple shots are always a little slow. The lady about to get off the tram here. Focus, focus, focus. I think I got it. Not really sure. I don't feel like I'm still getting what I need to get. Everything is a little too wide open. I can stop down, but I want to shoot the first couple shots at 1.5. So, yeah. What I'm trying to do is not only capture my compositions, but kind of show you how I approach people and then record at the same time, which is a little difficult, obviously, because I kind of gotta do some fishing. And I don't like fishing. Fishing is a technique used in street photography where you kind of find an area that you can fish in, right? Just basically you sit and try to find a shot and then you shoot it. So I'm gonna sit here and do that. And just like fishing, guys, sunglasses. And then I'm shooting wide open. Yeah, that's okay. You gotta stay in places for a minute and see if you can find something. And I don't find anything at all. So I reluctantly stopped down to f2, which is still okay. Obviously f2, 1.5, 1.8, it's all around the same thing. Because at 1.5, this lens, like, it's wide open. Even like most 1.4 lenses give you the same effect of, you know, really creamy bokeh. I see a shot here, so let's go get it. That's funny. Ciao. There was a fire over here, and you can smell like the ash and the char in the air. Like, the shit is falling in my mouth, so I'm not gonna stand over here much longer. But I got a few good shots, and that's what I wanted. So far, so good today. It's really easy to take architectural photography here, just because of the way that this building is composed and laid out. But I didn't bring the proper lens with me. I have the 85 and the 50 and the 100 with me. But maybe because how she's looking, I can get her. Fuck, she moved. It was a good shot, but the woman moved. So fuck. And I'm gonna get anybody else to come stand in that perfect spot. Okay, this old lady, she's walking, and if she walks into the frame, which I think she is going to, I'll be able to get a good shot of her. I'm trying to camera. But the point is, because I got the 85 on, I gotta get her sharp to make it work. Boom, boom, boom. Get in the middle of the frame, get in the middle of the frame. Boom, I think I got her. Come on, one more time. Okay, let's talk about the Brenzier method. Now, I'm in this really wide open area, right? And the Brenzier method is where you basically take a small depth of field panoramic photo. Try this again. The Brenzier method is really nothing but a small depth of field panoramic image, right? It's where you set your composition with somebody's, in frame, creating a nice bokeh blown out background. And then you shoot all the way around them, capturing the whole scene. And then you stitch them all together to make a panoramic image. Now, in most cases, you can do this like in the forest or pretty much anywhere, but what you want to do is to make sure that the background behind the image is pretty stagnant or doesn't change very much. But when you have a composition as pretty as this and you put it together, if it works, it turns out to be a pretty good composition if you can do it. Take a look. I'm going slower today. I'm doing more of the fishing, more of the thinking, more of the composing. I usually like to travel around and get a lot of images in just because, it's like exercise for my mental state. It's like stress relief to compose and make these images. But the point of fishing is you have to find an area that creates a nice composition with all the elements. And for me, I always consider things like that cheating. And it's not cheating because it's just a technique. I like to capture those, those fleeting moments and not the moments that are set up. And I feel like when you fish a little bit, you kind of are like setting up the composition and not letting it naturally occur. But sometimes it's about the result and not the technique. And I think I see somebody coming. I like her swag. I can tell she's gonna be fly. As long as she crosses in front of me. I think she has some J's on. Yeah, I'm just gonna set up, let her walk into frame. Oh, she can change the side of the street. I know. So I'm gonna catch her on this side. the frame. Well, no J's, but she'll do. All right, for the most part, I don't take pictures. I don't compose compositions of just things, but every so often, depending on what lens I have on, I can create a decent, compelling composition based upon what lens I have on. Now I'm shooting all these at f2. And a part of the reason that I'm doing this is because a lot of people say that the 85 1.5 is soft, and it's not. It depends on what version you have. See, I have a pre-production version, which I'm not sure about all the other versions. I know they make a newer one that's all black. It's a KMZ. I think that's what it's called, the KMZ something or another. But I know that this one is pretty sharp, especially at f2. And sharp is all perceptible. You know, it all depends on what you consider sharp is. In this area here, I could easily go over there and find something to shoot. I won a photography competition primarily with images that I captured in this area. This actually is the most modern part, dare I say it, in Italy, with skyscrapers and buildings with trees on it, and like, you know, compelling Italian architecture design specifically for homes. But I don't want to. I want to concentrate on the alleyways and streets, not so much the places where I'm pretty sure somebody else will have caught a photo. But I like the way this hotel looks. Okay. Yeah, I really didn't mean to do that, but you know how sometimes people ask, take a picture of a homeless person or something out there in the streets, do you give them money? Yeah, you do. But something about this store just called to me, and my son loves Legos, so I got him a little gift. So I guess that means that my day is over. Yeah. Street photography for me is something that I love to do because it's an opportunity to get some stress relief. It's an opportunity to relax. It's an opportunity to come out here and observe, you know, other people's lives and capture little moments that maybe people take for granted. But today, I think my son's gonna be pretty happy when he comes home and sees this little gift I bought him. That's it. The thing about shooting with a lens such as the Helios 85 1.5 is that it really makes you slow down. It makes you slow down because its depth of field is so thin that if you turn the focus ring a little bit more to the left or a little bit more to the right, you're definitely going to miss your shot. But that's what I wanted today. I needed to slow down and, you know, and keep myself grounded a little bit. Sometimes you don't have to get a bunch of average pictures and just get a few keepers. And I read a long time ago that Cartier-Bresson said that you're lucky to get one or two of those photos in your lifetime that are like really good, that are something that really speaks about your style and the way that you create imagery. So if I get one or two, I'm good, and I think I at least got one or two. So with that said, y'all, if you guys like this content and you want to see more of this, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me here on Facebook, Instagram, and all other socials. And this is William Mustafa, Artworks of William Mustafa, and I'll holler at y'all later. Deuces.